Now, middleware is quite an advanced feature. However, for security purposes, it's extremely beneficial. So let's run through a quick example of how you could use this middleware. So in the case of my tasks here, let's say I only want the user who is assigned to the task to be the one who can change its status. So if I wasn't assigned to the task, when I try and drag this to a different column, it shouldn't work. That status shouldn't change. And just to show you we have that linkage in my tasks table, you can see we have that assigned to column. So using this column, we can determine if the person trying to change the status indeed belongs to the task. And so doing this kind of check, where you're checking to see if the record someone is trying to manipulate in some way, shape or form actually belongs to that given user, that is pretty much the prime use case for middleware. And so to create middleware to handle this, I can go to the backend workflows tab, I can go to middleware, and from here, I can create new middleware. So let's build one from scratch. So I can click here and I will call this check user belongs to task. And by default in middleware, you have this true or false split. And the reason you have this true or false split is that basically we need to set up some kind of logic to check if our given condition that we want exists. So in our case, if the user belongs to the record, and if they do, we'll let them continue. So next. And if they don't match our given condition, so in our case, the user doesn't belong to the given record, we'll take them down this false branch and we'll return them an error. And so in my case, because we will use this to check if a user belongs to a task, we need to get that task and then perform a check to see if the task belongs to the user. So the first thing we need to do is to actually get that given task. So I can go to tables, I can go to get rows, and for the table, we will choose our tasks table. And so now we need some way to know what task the person is actually trying to interact with. So we can set up a filter here to get that given task. And so how we can do this dynamically is we can utilize a parameter. So I can click on parameters, I can add a parameter, and I could say task ID. And so basically what this will let us do is whenever we use this middleware from a table view or an API, we can dynamically pass it a given task ID. And so then this logic in the middleware can utilize that task ID and dynamically get whatever task is passed to it. And so it's useful to have a test value here so we can properly test this. So if I just grab a random task ID, so let's say this one, I can copy this and go back to my middleware and paste it in for the test value here. And then for this get rows action, now I can set up a filter and I can add a condition and I can say where the ID is, and I can bind it to be whatever ID gets passed as a parameter, like so. So now if I save this, I can test this and we should get a record back, the record being that one that belongs to the given ID. And here we have that. And in the response of this, we can see we have that assigned to, which is the user ID that this record belongs to. And so now that we have this user ID, we can simply then just do a check to see if this user ID belongs to the person trying to make this request. So straight after this, in the true or false split, here we can check if record belongs to user. We can bind the condition, and for the condition, we can simply just say in the result of the get row here, so in the data, we can say if the assigned to, so the user ID this is assigned to, equals, and then in the authentication data, in this user object, the ID. So basically, does the user ID from this result equal the ID of the current user? If it does, this will return true, and it will go down this branch and let them continue. And if they don't match, meaning the user's trying to access data they shouldn't be able to access, this will return false and then give them a 401 error. So now that we have this middleware, I could go back to my API endpoint, and in the one that is for updating the status of a task, in the security panel in the top right, I can indeed click add middleware for more control. I can select that middleware we just set up. And so then as you can see, it's detected that there is that task ID parameter. So we can configure the value that we want to pass. And since this API itself has the row ID, so this is basically the task ID that the person is trying to access, we can bind this task ID that we give to the middleware to be whatever ID gets passed to the API itself. And so let's check if this works correctly. So in my tasks table, all of the tasks are assigned to the same user. And let's just quickly set up a table view so we can see the human readable version of who this user is. So I could go to columns and I could add the reference user data here. And so all of these tasks are assigned to that Jane Doe user. And so that means now that with our middleware, if I try to change the status of a task as Jane Doe, it should work. However, if I'm signed in as a user other than Jane Doe, it shouldn't work. So let's try it first as a user who isn't Jane Doe. So if I switch to this Matthew at WeWeb account, if I now put it into preview and I'll clear the debugger so we can see how this works. When I try to change the status of a task here, we should see an error gets thrown in the logs. So if I try to change the status of this deploy API integration task, we can see we did indeed get an error here, which is expected. The task didn't belong to me. However, now as Jane Doe, if I try and move this ticket, for example, to a status, you can indeed see that it worked as expected. So that middleware we set up was correctly checking if the task belongs to the given user. So when it comes to securing your table views and your APIs, this security panel can be an absolute. And so I've secured my APIs and my table views, but maybe I want to go one step further and add some kind of security to authentication, because right now anyone can sign up for my app